Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Today we'll be featuring the team like Aaron Trailer, built with Wolfie Glick and Justin Karras, to win the Dallas Regional Championships 2 weekends ago. You guys have probably seen this team already. It's pretty much everywhere right now, and Aaron and I actually did an episode of Champion Battles this last weekend, so if you haven't seen that, that's linked in the description below. It's a really well-built team, though, and it has a lot of cool components to it, so I'm excited to feature it. Aaron did a team report, so if you haven't seen that, check out the link in the description below, and then Wolfie also covered this team on his channel, so I'll also link that in the description below. Aaron, Justin, and Wolfie's Twitters are also all down there, so give them a follow because you're going to see a lot more of them throughout the course of the season. But thanks to them, of course, for providing the team and making it public. I think this is one of the most meta-defining teams, so you guys better get ready to see it everywhere. I think and if you're building a team nowadays, you got to have good counters to this stuff because it is really, really strong. A lot of players are going to be using this, especially in the next month or so. But I wanted to try it out myself. I played a couple of games with it. I think it's really fun, and I'm getting the hang of it a little bit more now, so excited to finally just play some games with it to show you guys. And yeah, as always, if you guys enjoy, please share your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get started with today's episode. Question of the day, I'm curious what you guys think about this team. I think it is one of the most well-constructed teams I've seen, especially for early metagame, and there's so many small things about this team that I think add up and make it really good. For example, techs like Charm on Whimsicott, Close Combat on Conkeldurr, Max Lightning / Thunderbolt on the Duraludon, the Water Spout on Jellicent, like a couple of small things and move choices here and there that really add up and make it what I think is a really strong team. And of course, it's got the G-Max Charizard, which I think is the coolest component to the team, so hopefully we'll be able to bring that into a game or two today. So let's get started. We're up against a Trick Room Rain team today with Pelipper, Jellicent, Raichu, Ferrothorn, Rhyperior, and the Oranguru. So, let's see. We're definitely bringing Conkeldurr here. I think we're definitely bringing Jellicent because of the nature of the Trick Room matchup here. If we wanted to deny Trick Room, we could go Whimsicott, Duraludon, and just go for Fake Tears and Max Lightning / Max Warm Wind. Might seem crazy to bring Charizard here, but I'm also thinking about it. But I don't think that's the smartest idea in terrain. The problem with Whimsicott is if my opponent leads Raichu or Oranguru, he can fake out Whimsicott turn 1. But then you have Raichu out in Trick Room, I guess. Not really that bad. I think we're definitely bringing Jellicent and Conkeldurr here every time. Question is who we want to support it with. Because I could go just Whimsicott Duraludon as a lead. And just go for the Fake Tears play. If Trick Room goes up, our counter plan is just go Jellicent and Conkeldurr, basically. Without Heat Wave on Togekiss, I'm not as comfortable bringing it here. I think Charizard, honestly, could still be a solid bring, even though my opponent has Rain, because I think the 1/6 damage from Blast Burn, or, sorry, G-Max Wildfire is really good. But we're going to go something a little bit more familiar here. I think this game will highlight why I think this team is well built, though, because of it's Rhyperior and Rhyperior and Raichu. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. You gotta play the fake out game here, right? I mean, you'll probably fake out into Jellicent. It's a pretty free play to switch Whimsicott out into Jellicent and just Dynamax and Max Wormwind. The only problem here is that if the Raichu goes for Nuzzle into Duraludon, which honestly is not like a crazy play. So one thing I kind of want to do is actually go for Charm onto Rhyperior and Max Wormwind. If I trade Whimsicott here for damage onto Raichu and -1 onto the -1 onto Rhyperior, I think that's fine. Yeah, because, I mean, what you could go for here if you're my opponent is fake out Max Rockfall into the Whimsicott. But I think you also might be tempted to go for Nuzzle and Max Quake into Duraludon. So I think this covers both options. Maybe I should be... I don't know. I guess the safest play is withdraw Whimsicott out into Jellicent, Dynamax Duraludon, and protect turn 1. But the problem with that, actually, is if the Rhyperior goes for Rockfall, then Jellicent takes all this damage, so I don't think that's worth it. So we'll see. If no Fake Out comes here, then we'll get a free Charm off, which would be amazing. And it's no Fake Out, so that's surely got to be a Nuzzle, I think. It could be Self-Weakness policy activation here, actually. What? Or that. Okay, I 100% was not expecting that. But that is why Charm is really, really good on this Whimsicott. Wow. Huh, that was really interesting. I did not expect that. That's really cool. Speed swap Raichu, and it applies instantly. I'm gonna guess... Okay, what do we want to do this next turn? If we Tailwind, we'll be faster with Duraludon, obviously. I don't want to get Nuzzle, though. Do we even care about being faster? I mean, we could just Charm the Rhyperior again, make it pretty useless. It's going to be at -6 attack after Charm and Max Wormwind. So let's go for that. Yeah, I don't want to get Nuzzled. It's one of the reasons why I think Charm is really good, right? Like, so many teams revolve around Dynamaxing a physical-type Pokemon. Raichu switches out, so whatever's coming in is eating up a Wormwind. That's probably Ferrothorn? Yeah, that looks like Ferrothorn. But, I mean, I'm fine with that. It's still going to be attack drops on both of these. Yeah. So, -5 Max Quake now coming out from Rhyperior. The problem is that our Ferrothorn matchup isn't amazing, but I think this is where Conkeldurr comes in, because Conkeldurr can Mach Punch to finish off Raichu at this point. Close combat will do a ton of damage to Ferrothorn as well. Still solid damage from Max Wormwind there too, so not bad. I'll take that. Yeah, so Rhyperior has one more turn of Dynamax, but it's at -6 attack now, after double Charm and double Max Wormwind. So I think we should survive another Max Quake, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you can give yourself special defense boosts for all I care. I don't think I really mind that. Good Tailwind. Switch to Duraludon out. I think we just need damage onto this, so I'm just going to Fake Tears the Ferrothorn. And Max Wormwind's our strongest attack against it still. So, yeah, Max Quake should not knock us out now that Rhyperior is at -6 attack. This is not how I expected this game to play out at all, but it's got a lot of fun tricks already. So, there's the third Max Quake. So this brings Ferrothorn back to neutral. And we survive that. Okay, nice. It's crazy that even at -6 attack, it's still doing that much damage. But this paves the way for Conkeldurr now. Ferrothorn presumably is just going to Gyro Ball the Whimsicott, but that's fine. Because we can bring in Conkeldurr, we can set up Tailwind and start attacking now. Yeah, and I think Jellicent and Conkeldurr will beat everything that my opponent has. Alright, let's see. Gyro Ball. Nope, Iron Head. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Now we bring out Conkeldurr. And we are going to Tailwind. The thing is, like, you feel like pretty forced to switch out Rhyperior because you're at -6 attack, right? But if you switch that out, I knock out the Ferrothorn for free. So I'm just going to Tailwind here. I think Drain Punch should finish it off anyway, so I'm not going to go for close combat because I don't want those defense drops. If you stay in with Rhyperior, that's fine. I mean, what you could do is stay in with Rhyperior and knock out the... Alright, Ferrothorn switches out. I actually don't mind that. Whatever, it's Pelipper coming in. Yeah, that's great though, right? Because like Rock Slide will just KO that, and Conkeldurr should win against everything. Especially with Jellicent now. Like we can just Water Spout, Rock Slide everything for KOs. Especially because we're setting up Tailwind now. So, this is pretty good, I think. Yes, it's -6 Earthquake, so it's not going to do much. Yeah, Charm was huge for us in this matchup, though. It's one of the... I think it's a really good tech here on Whimsicott. Yeah, so we've got Tailwind up now. We're going to break Pelipper Sash with Drain Punch, and now we can just click Water Slide. Not Water Slide, Water Spout. And our opponent set up the rain very kindly for us. We might not even want to click Rock Slide, because it's risky to miss that. We're definitely Water Spouting with Jellicent. I think, like, Drain Punch might be safer. Although I don't know if Drain Punch knocks out Pelipper after Water Spout. I don't think it does, so... maybe we just risk it for the Rock Slide. It's not like Hurricane's KOing us anyway. And at this point... I actually think the better play might be Shadow Ball. Actually, Water Spout in Rain? I don't know if that does more than Shadow Ball, off the top of my head. But I guess it's safer to double up on a Pelipper, because if we knock the Pelipper out, you have no way to basically damage Conkeldurr. And Conkeldurr wins. So I think this might have been risky because I could get crit, could get hit by Confusion. if we miss the Rock Slide. So probably could have minimized RNG a little bit more here. So we're down 2-4, but honestly, I think we're in a really good spot. So I'm not worried about this. If we knock out Pelipper this turn, I think we'll probably just end up winning, but let's see. Yep, so there's a switch out on Rhyperior, probably Ferrothorn. No, it's actually Raichu. Okay, it's fine by me. Oh, a double switch. Huh, that's interesting. I don't mind that at all. I guess that stalls out a turn of Tailwind, and that's where maybe I actually could have clicked Drain Punch with Conkeldurr, because I don't think Rock Slide will knock out this Ferrothorn, and this burns a turn of Tailwind. Although I don't think that really ends up mattering, because we can even set up Trick Room ourselves. Yeah. Oh, nice. That just picks up the knockout. Oh, does it? Oh, no. That's just a sliver of HP there. But the thing with Tailwind is, I mean, what do you do now, right? Like, if you bring out Pelipper, I guess you protect, but I still have one more turn of Tailwind. If you bring out Rhyperior, you can protect. So the main thing is that we get 3 full turns of Tailwind, which puts us in a really good spot. So glad to feature the Charm component of this team, because it was honestly a really big deal. As Pelipper comes back out. Yeah, okay. Clicking Water Spout here. I think Water Spout close combat should get the KO here. And Jollison's going to win 1v1 against Rhyperior, so I'd prefer to just get the knockout here. And no Protect, so that should end the game. Yeah, close combat should definitely get that knockout. Unless it's buried Pelipper. But that, like, Pelipper's almost never buried. You almost always carry Focus Sash. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I did not want to risk missing close combat there and then getting crit by a Hurricane or Confusion. So, yeah, this game features Charm, and why it can be so good. And I'm glad I did not switch out Whimsicott turn 1, because that could have gotten really dicey. Because then you would have just get the speed boost immediately, and you get the special defense boost, and you attack before we get the Max Storm Wind off. So you do so much more damage to us, basically. Now we can just Water Spout in close combat. And this is part of the reason why I think Jellison was a really critical member of this team. Your matchup against Rhyperior is just so much better. One thing that my regionals team really struggled was the matchup against Rhyperior and Torkoal. And Jellison's great because not only does it do so much damage, especially with the Water Spout call into it, but you can also reverse Trick Room, which is a really nice component. So while I was using Snorlax to kind of try to give Trick Room team some trouble by having my own Trick Room Pokemon, like this team was just like, you know what, I can do a lot of damage, I can reverse your Trick Room potentially. So we pick up a win there. Yeah, I don't think I would have really played that too differently. My opponent's team was really scary, though, and I think Speed Swap's really cool. Staring down a fast Rhyperior is very, very terrifying, that's for sure. So, I'm going to find our next opponent, and some more potential rain here. I actually think we're going up against one of the biggest counters to this team, which is Goodra. So, that's going to be interesting. So, Sableye, Arcanine, Goodra, Togekiss, Ferrothorn, and Ludicolo. So, there's potential manual rain where you can Dynamax the Ludicolo here. I kind of want to bring the Charizard. But I guess Duraludon is still so good here. It's just a 1/6 effect from Charizard actually could be solid. But I should enforce it if it's not the best Pokemon to bring. Sableye here, that's a really cool team overall, I think. Once again, we need... I mean, the thing is, we could just go like Whimsicott, Duraludon here, right? But what we have to watch out for turn 1 is like Fake Out and Max Ooze to just knock out Whimsicott. I think I'll lead Duraludon here still. I kind of like it next to Togekiss this time around. Togekiss has Helping Hand support. I can put things to sleep with Yawn, which I think could be really handy, actually. The more I think about it, I mean, Jellison's actually not great here at all. Yeah, it doesn't really provide us anything. So I'll bring Conkeldurr in the back. Question is who I want as my last one. This might seem crazy, but I might actually bring regular Charizard. Because I can Air Slash Ludicolo, I outspeed the Arcanine. I mean, Whimsicott's probably the safer bet. But you know what? This is our first time using this team. I'm going to bring Charizard. I think Whimsicott's probably the better bet in the back for potential speed control in the late game to outspeed everything with Duraludon. But I want to have some fun, and I want to bring the Charizard. So we'll see. It's honestly not a terrible call. I mean, one-shots, like I said, the Ferrothorn does a ton of damage to Ludicolo and outspeeds everything on my opponent's end. Let's be Ludicolo Goodra. Okay. I mean, this isn't bad, I guess. It's definitely interesting. We're definitely yawning turn 1, I think, with Togekiss, and I want to just Dynamax and Draco into Goodra, but I'm worried about it being weakness policy. Although it shouldn't survive Max Storm Wind if it's weakness policy, yeah. I'm gonna Max Wormwind that, and I think I'd want to put Ludicolo to sleep because I can see that Dynamaxing more often. I mean, both Pokemon are viable candidates to Dynamax here. I guess if you are Weakness Policy and you Dynamax Goodra, you'll survive. I mean, Ludi here could just Dynamax to try to set up the rain, and if we're able to get a Yawn off against it, that would put us in a really good spot. But, yeah, I mean, if we let Whimsicott here, one thing we'd have to worry about is Fake Out and Max Ooze, like I said, so that's why I didn't feel super comfortable just leading Whimsicott, since there are two potential Fake Out users in Sableye and Ludicolo. Let's see. Both of these Pokemon are pretty viable candidates to Dynamax, honestly. I don't know if Assault Vest Goodra takes Max Wormwind. I think it probably does, to be honest, but I don't know that off the top of my head. Alright, so let's see if this is Goodra or Ludicolo Dynamaxing. If it's Ludi, that's fine. I mean, we get to put you to sleep next turn. It's gonna be Goodra, okay. I think this is alright. I mean... Did it go for the Draco off into us, too? I mean, that's the question. And it might be Weakness Policy. Like, I'm really worried about that, too. Alright, no Fake Out either. That is so tanky with the Assault Vest. Wow. Okay. I think Duraludon probably faints here. Oh, we're faster with Togekiss, too. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Okay. Helping Hand Max Wormwind will knock out Goodra next turn if we survive this turn. It is Max Ooze, and Goodra's faster than Ludicolo, which is an interesting thing to note. Okay. But this is fine. This means Duraludon definitely survives this turn. So, I think this is actually more than okay. Ice Beam probably knocks us out. Let's see. Yes, it does. So Ludicolo's fainting after this turn. We know it's Assault Vest Goodra. It's speedy as well. It outspeeds the Ludicolo. Is that +1? I mean, I could bring out Charizard and just double protect this next turn. I'm gonna bring out Charizard because it's faster. I could also just double up on a Goodra here. I just don't know if Max Wormwind and Air Slash knocks out, actually. Actually, I don't think it does. Ugh. Yeah, actually, maybe bringing Conkeldurr just to Mach Punch that thing would have been better. I mean, that Max Worm, this is like 45%. I don't think it knocks out Goodra, honestly, man. I might have botched this, yeah. I think bringing Conkeldurr to Mach Punch would have been better. Okay, Ludicolo switches out. If we knock out Goodra here, we win the game, but I don't think we do, and that's the problem. I think Conkeldurr... Nah, the thing we brought out Conkeldurr, I think you just switch in Arcanine anyway. I'm not sure if Mach Punch accomplishes... Like, it gets a knockout there after that. Oh, that's surviving. Oh, that's so bulky! Oh, so close too, yeah. Okay. The thing is, we're actually still not out of it with Charizard and Conkeldurr, which is... Never thought I'd be in a world to say that. Assuming... Oh, it's Max Geyser. That's better for us, actually. It's actually really good for us. Oh, but that sets up the rain for Ludicolo. Yeah, that's some really cool synergy there. The play was probably to protect Charizard there. But I really didn't want to eat up a +1 Max Wormwind, but I think we probably survive a +1 Max Wormwind anyway, so we probably should have gone for it. Alright, we've got Assault Vest Conkeldurr and Dynamax Duraludon, but the rain is now set up. Really well played by my opponent, man. Really well played. Can't even be mad about that. I'd rather go for defense boosts. I don't know if... Yeah, actually, I don't know if Steel Spike knocks out. I think we have to Max Wormwind Goodra here. And we'll Drain Punch. Yeah, I think Goodra is actually one of the Pokemon that can have a good matchup against this team. Especially because you saw even Fake Tears Max Wormwind does not knock that out with Assault Vest. So I guess I should have led better into it, but I don't know what the proper answer to that is. As Arcanine switches out into... Should have covered for the Togekiss option. Rock Slide covers that better. That was actually a big mistake. I think I just didn't I really need to check what my opponent had in the back. I didn't want to miss Rock Slide on Arcanine, but I think Arcanine almost never stays in here anyway. So that was actually a really bad misplay. I'm not sure what it ended up mattering, but let's see. So I don't know what item the Ludicolo has either. That Togekiss, yeah, the thing is with Rock Slide, we might have been able to KO Togekiss even if it's Babiri Berry. So I think now you bring out the Ludicolo. Yeah. This is interesting though. I mean, what do you go for here? I could really easily protect Duraludon. Like, I'm leaning towards protect Rock Slide. How many turns of Rain are left? There's still 3. I want to protect Rock. We could protect Close Combat here, but I think Togekiss might just go for Follow Me. Could also just Draco Meteor Ludicolo. I don't know what... That might be Specs Ludicolo the more I think about it, actually. I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor here on Rock Slide. He's just going for Fake Out. And a Duraludon. Yeah, we could have protected that so easily. Dazzling Gleam. That is uber frustrating. My opponent just outplayed me this game, though. It's not weakness policy, but I don't think there's anything we can do now. Actually, we do have an out. If you target Duraludon, we'll survive a Dazzling Gleam. And Close Combat will KO Ludicolo. But man, if I just protected there, I would have been in a great spot. I really didn't think Ludi would just opt for a Fake Out there. I feel like just attacking there is better. So, yeah, I walked into that. I thought the Fake Out was also going to go out into... oh. Scalds the Conkeldurr. Wow, that is a risky play. But my opponent... that's like super aggressive, honestly. I guess he just read my Protect completely. Because Duraludon Wild Speed your Togekiss. So, I mean, that makes sense if it's Babiri Berry Togekiss, which I'm guessing it is. That would explain the plays. But, hard to say for sure. Either way, yeah, we got Goodra this game. I needed to bleed better into it, I think. Whimsicott's probably... I mean, Charizard wasn't a bad call, to be honest, but I think Whimsicott was better. Like, we can fake Tears. So, I think I got a little too ambitious bringing non-Dynamax G-Max Charizard. So, I think this game is a good lesson where it's like... It's really not that. I mean, it's certainly... This is like a game where I could justify bringing it, but it's... Overall, I just wanted to maybe have a little too much fun. I think Whimsicott would have done us better. Because if we had Whimsicott, like, instead of switching in Charizard, we could just bring Whimsicott that turn and just go for Fake Tears Max Wormwind, get that knockout. And then you don't even get the Max Geyser off. So, yeah, I think Whimsicott was, in the end, objectively a better pick, but wanted to try to feature Charizard. But maybe this is the game where we Dynamax Charizard. Let's see. We're up against Alex Agloz's team, it looks like. And unfortunately, I don't think Charizard is actually the better Pokemon. I think Duraludon is just better. Yeah. So, today is not Charizard's day, but maybe tomorrow will be. I think Whimsicott, Duraludon, Jellicent's always really good here. And for the last one, Conkeldurr for Duraludon, yeah. So what we do here is we played with Alex's team for one day. And this team basically revolves around swaggering yourself. But because we've got Charm on Whimsicott, and because it's non-Babiri on Grimmsnarl, Max Steel Spike will just KO Grimmsnarl turn 1. We also know the Grimmsnarl moveset, assuming this is the team, which is handy because it's not Fake Out or Thunder Wave, it's Swagger and Fake Tears. So the main thing here is that we'll have the speed advantage. We know there's no Protect on Arcanine, it's Berry on the Gastrodon, Assault Vest on the Mudsdale. Mudsdale loses pretty hard to Jellicent because we can continuously Strength Sap it as well. And then Conkeldurr matches up really well against Arcanine, Gastrodon, and the Duraludon. So, yeah. I think that last game, if we just brought Whimsicott, we probably would have won. But, yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not like we needed Charizard for Ferrothorn anyway. I just wanted to bring Charizard. So, yeah. It shows off how good Goodra can be, though. It is a bulky, bulky Pokemon. And you should not sleep on it. Togekiss Grimmsnarl. Okay. This is a pretty free fake tiers max Steel Spike into Togekiss, which I know is Scope Lens. I think that should KO Togekiss even through Light Screen. What I am worried about is fake tiers and Starfall into Duraludon. So one way around that is we could fake tiers Togekiss turn 1. Because I mean I know the sets here. I think fake tiers and max Steel Spike should KO even after Light Screen, but maybe that's a little ambitious. If Togekiss doesn't get the critical hit here, I think we just win too, even if my opponent's Light Screening and it survives. The potential better play would be to protect, like Dynamax Duraludon protect, so you can't get an Airstream boost or do any damage, and then fake tiers the Togekiss turn 1, and then fake tiers again turn 2. But the problem there is if Togekiss goes for max Airstream. Okay, it's not Dynamaxing. We'll take that. So... Grimmsnarls. Okay, Light Screening. Yeah, this should KO. That is Scope Lens Togekiss. I'm assuming this is Alex's team. It's the same 6 Pokemon. And yeah, no Babiri Berry. Good. So that's out of the way. You might just bring out Duraludon, or sorry, Mudsteel now. But if you bring out Mudsteel now, I mean... I can just Charm it and then go for another Steel Spike onto the Grimmsnarl. So I think one thing you guys are going to see is that Grimmsnarls now are often carrying Fake Out, Thunder Wave, and sometimes often even not opting for screens. So my opponent might just self-swagger here. So I think I'm just going to Charm the Mudsdale and max Steel Spike. That puts us at +2 defense with Duraludon. If you miss the swagger, you're going to do no damage. And once we stall out the Dynamax, Jellicent will win against Mudsdale pretty easily. So, yeah. I really wanted to bring Charizard today, and I brought it in the second game, but it was... I mean, this is still far from over, obviously, but I think we're in a really great spot right now. And I think this is one of the reasons why Whimsicott Duraludon is such a strong pairing, because a lot of teams are... you know, bulky, try to stall things out, but this team is just so oppressive and you get knockouts so quickly left and right that often teams just aren't able to respond quickly enough to it. So Mudsdale is going to Dynamax, but the amazing thing here is that we have Charm, so we basically negate any swagger boosts that come out, and we'll be at +2 defense after this turn as well. And so our opponent only gets 1 extra turn of Dynamax, and with Jellicent in the back, I'm not really too worried here. Yeah, because with Jellicent, we can just keep Strength Zapping the Mudsdale until it's basically at -6 and it does nothing. So I don't think we knock out the Grimmsnarl here. It's probably EV to survive this. No, it's actually not. Unless we got a crit there. Let's see. Was that a crit? Nope. Nice. So that's great. Mudsdale's not getting any attack boosts after this turn. I mean, it could go for Max Knuckles, I guess. But I'm expecting a Max Quake at least this time around. Yep. So, as long as we don't get crit here, I think we're going to be in a really good spot. Nice, yeah. Those defense boosts are huge. I think Alex's team is just a little weak to Duraludon, in my opinion. Especially because of the Charm on Whimsicott. Today highlighted how good Charm is, specifically. So Gastrodon comes out. So this is pretty free. I think we can just pretty easily fake tiers the Gastrodon and max Wormwind. That'll get the KO. It might protect here, but we'll still, even if it protects, we still get the attack drop on Mudsdale, so it's not knocking us out. And after Dynamax ends on our end, we can just fake tier Stroker Meteor to knock out Gastrodon. And then, like I said, winning against Mudsdale is pretty easy once we have the Jellicent in the back. So Gastrodon protects here, but I think it's still safe to go for this play every time because we're always getting the attack drop on the Mudsdale as well. So I guess my opponent has a small window of opportunity to get back in this one if they get a double protect next turn with Gastrodon. Actually, I guess maybe Fake Out Draco Meteor doesn't knock out after next turn. Because you'll get a special defense drop and Light Screen is still up too. Oh, the actually helps for max Steel Spike. That is an interesting decision. I'm not sure I agree with that. I feel like you need to be decreasing or increasing your special defense right now. Because the defense boosts aren't really going to help you out very much. But I can see why. I mean, my opponent probably is like, okay, I really need to knock out Whimsicott because it's got so much utility with Charm and Fake Tears. So I can understand that. But without the special defense boost, this is pretty free to just Fake Tears and Draco Meteor. And the downside is if my opponent gets the double protect. But I think even if you get the double protect, Jellicent and Conkeldurr will still win this game for me. It just makes the game more annoying to play out. Because I just think like Mudsdale can't win at this point. because we can decrease it to -6. Or like Strength Slap is basically so good against it. But cool. Not going to go for the double, so let's see if we connect with Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor connects. This should be a knockout even with light screen up. I hope it is. Even if not, I think we'll still win anyway. And it is a KO. Beautiful. Yeah, so this was just brute forcing our way with heavy offense, basically. We got Goodra that last one hard, though. We got Goodra hard. And it's going to be Max Knuckle coming out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't even knock us out. Now we can just Charm again. Or even Fake. I mean, we can do anything, basically, Whimsicott. But pretty straightforward game here. I think, what was scary, I don't know if, like, Togekiss survives at... I don't think Togekiss survives -2 Max Steel Spike from Life Orb Duraludon without Berry Berry, even with Light Screen, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, so we can just keep decreasing Mud Steel Special Defense, so we can just Fake Tears it. Can even switch out here. Switching out, I guess, is risk. I mean, I don't think a crit high horsepower knocks out the Jellicent anyway, but maybe it's better just to stay in. The Mudsteel's not winning 4v1 at that point, so what's done is done. So, yeah, some fun games. I think I'm glad we went up against Goodra, because I think that is actually going to be a Pokemon that you guys are going to see pretty often going into the future, especially with Assault Vest, because of its matchup against Duraludon. Max Ooze is something that's been underutilized, and I think it's something that probably will get more common as the metagame progresses. And it's kind of cool because you saw how my opponent could set up Manual Rain for the Ludicolo in that matchup as well. So, yeah, I think if I just went Whimsicott in that second game, we would have had a much better time because I can just bring in Whimsicott, and then we can just Fake Tears, Max Wormwind to knock out Goodra. So Goodra only gets really one turn off, and then we just Tailwind with Whimsicott and probably win the game from there. So, try to bring Charizard. Today was not the day, but maybe tomorrow is. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Once again, thanks to Aaron and Wolfie for providing the team. Go check out them in the description below, as well as Justin, the other creator of this team. Go check out all their reports. All the good stuff is in the description below. And thank you guys for watching. It is likely that we hit 100,000 subscribers this week, which is also freaking crazy to me. I think we just passed 99.7K today. So thank you guys so much for continuing to watch my content and for supporting it. It really means the world to me. So it's going to be it for this one, guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.